lovely day it is. I hope you're all well. So here we are on the TDM group. Okay, so what we're going to do is, as always, run through some exercises for you as we would do in our classes when I'm face to face with you. And I'll be talking, as usual, all the time about some of the probable causes why you may or may not be able to do this. I will throw in some corrective exercises, and if you want to go over these more in more depth, that is when the Wednesday night is very, very appropriate for you. So come on in and tell me. As always, please, please, please message me on either my personal Facebook, my the Douglas Method page, TDM Online the page, and ask for any content to be included in your classes. Yeah, the classes are for you. It's what TDM is all about. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at different kinds of squats to set you off. We're going to have a look at working the leg muscles, okay? Lots and lots of different ways you can work the leg muscles. So what we're going to do is just go through them, okay, and have wee chats. Okay, so we're going to have a look at working the muscles of the hamstrings, yeah, the back of the legs, all right? So the hamstrings work when you bend your knees, yeah? They're working here, standing, they're doing an eccentric contraction, they're lengthened. So just standing will make these contract. If you want to shorten them, we bend the knees, so they shorten, they lengthen, they shorten, they lengthen, okay? So what we're going to do is do a little bit of this, all right? Now, obviously, nice wide stance, yeah? And you're just bending the knees and pulling the leg up. You do not have to kick your heel to your bottom, guys. I would suggest that you don't actually do this because some of you, your quadriceps are too tight, yeah? So let's just do a few. Now, I don't know about you, but I can feel that in the front of my thighs, yeah? So just, you know, put your hands there. If you want to do more of a workout, then feel free to put your hands here and let's work the back of the body. Very, very important. We're not pulling like this and forcing, we're just gently doing that. Or you could just put your hands here as if you've got some pockets here in your trousers, and that will indeed work the muscles in the same way, but at a different intensity. Now, I could feel that down here, so I'm going to stretch these quadriceps. We're then going to go back and do that exercise, and we're going to see if we feel a difference, okay? So to stretch your quadriceps, yeah, we can do a standing quadricep stretch. However, for most people, your arms are actually not long enough to do this. So what we do is we hook it. It can be with a towel, it can be with a jumper, yeah, and we hook it. The heel, again, doesn't have to come all the way up here. Don't get into this sort of thing, yeah? Just hold that there, check that your pelvis is level, not tipping forward, it won't tip back, and just push your bottom, squeeze your butt, push forward from here, and you'll feel the stretch in your quads, yeah? As always with all stretches, we're going to hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, guys. And then we're going to pop that down, okay? Change to the other. Now, I'm doing it with you because I actually want to see what happens, yeah? I want to see when I go back to that exercise, do I feel it less in my quads? Yeah, if I do feel it less in my quads, that immediately tells me that my quadriceps are tight, yeah? And that was generally what was causing me to feel that discomfort in them. So, pelvis is level, not tipping forward. We don't want to lean back either, yeah? Just think about this staying level, and you might find that one is tighter than the other. My left quadricep is tighter than my right. 20 to 30 seconds, and then what we're going to do is go back and do that, okay? You don't need to do it fast, you can do it slow, okay? I'm going to choose to put my hands on my hips, and I'm going to bring that up like so. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can do that for about a minute, yeah? A minute is a nice, easy number, guys, yeah? It's also easy to time, yeah? You could do it on a repetitive stopwatch, which would work really well for you. And, you know, just see if it feels better. So, yeah, I can feel my muscles still working, but it's not quite as restricted as it was, yeah? Okay, perfect. So what we're doing here is we're working mostly these muscles around here, hamstrings and quadriceps, okay? Right, let's say we want to work the quadriceps a little bit more, yeah, than the hamstrings, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a ski sit, okay? So a ski sit, you take your body against the wall, make sure you're not going to slip, so get your mat there, and then what we're going to do is place our feet about, I don't know, 12 inches away from the mat, from the wall, sorry, not the mat. Right, my back is against the wall, yeah? What I don't want you to do is tip forward, okay? We're going to lower ourselves down. So as you lower yourself down, you may find your knees start to go forward. If that's the case, I want you to take your feet further away. Now, for some of you, I appreciate this is not going to be ideal because you're not going to have the strength to get up. There's nothing to hold on to. So sometimes placing yourself somewhere where you've got something to help you up. If that's not an option and you can't do this, you quite simply don't do it. Yeah, you quite simply do not do it against the wall. Yeah, I'll show you another one to do for it. Okay, so we're going to hold that there. That's coming up for a minute. I can usually manage a minute. You might be 10 seconds. So if you do 10 seconds and you say, oh, that's enough, then up you come. Have a little rest. If you're feeling super fit, go back to your hamstrings, okay? I'm just giving you things to do. So if you want to keep working and working those legs, then feel free to go into the previous exercise. Other people, you might say, no, I'm quite happy with that little ski sit there. I'm just going to have a little move about here. I'm going to grab myself a little drink of water and I'll pick it up after you go on to do another one, okay? Many drink lots of water, guys. Okay, so ski sit again. Let's go back to it. We might decide we're just going to do 10 seconds. Some of you might decide that you're going to do longer. Now, for the people who are finding that too difficult, I'm just going to sit on the edge of my couch here, yeah? Now, that's really the same position, isn't it? It is indeed, yeah? But it's not as hard. In fact, it's not hard at all on my quadriceps because the couch is taking my weight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to think about coming up. I'm just going to think about it. Just think about it. I'm just taking a bit of weight off my bottom. Even just not moving and thinking about the weight coming off, I can feel these quadriceps working, okay? So you guys want to make it harder? Let's get yourself to the wall again. Hopefully you've come off it and had a wee rest. Other guys, if you're going to follow me on this nice, really easy one, but still works, we're going to do this. So we're just going to think about, I've just thought about taking my bottom. I'm not pushing down through here. Thinking about it coming off, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys at the wall, you can still stay there. Guys here, just relax. Yeah? Okay, how's the guys at the wall doing? Okay, still at it. Excellent. If you think, well, yeah, it's okay, Susan, but I want it a bit harder, then think about coming up. Think about coming up. You're trying to come up without going forward, okay? All right? Works the muscles slightly different there, but just thinking about coming up is more similar to the ski sit. Actually coming up is bringing you more into the squat, yeah? Where you're moving a squat, you're coming up, and these muscles are then shortening, okay? So, we're going to think about the squat now, okay? Let's go to your squat. Ideally, okay, you guys who've done work with me before, you know that I want you to be holding on to something, okay? However, I want you to think as much as possible about putting the weight through your heels. If you want me to go through this in more depth, I will do. Ask me on the Wednesday, okay? Heels are here. It is impossible to put the weight through your heels without holding on, okay? However, for the purpose of this video, we are going to try it, okay? Heels. Now, I can generally do this because I'm used to riding the horse like this, although not at the moment. You can see I'm struggling a little bit. My knees are going forward. Woohoo! Yeah? So I want you to Just put the weight through your heels as much as you can. You go down, you squeeze the bottom, you push up through the heels. This is the muscle that is picking you up. However, if you have too much of an anterior tilt here, and you've been stuck in that position for a while, these squats don't work, yeah? This is something, if you want to go through again, just ask me on the analysis session. We're going to take it down, breath in as you go down and breathe out as you come up. Generally, the breathing, you breathe out on the exertion of an exercise, yeah? But you know what? I'm quite happy if you're breathing, guys. Breathe in as you go down and as you come up. Right, keep that going and do anything up to 30. You might decide you want to do 10. Perfectly acceptable. Guys who are saying, I can't do that, I'm not ready for that yet. You're going to come from here, okay? You're going to start like this and you're going to come up. You're going to go down. Now you don't have to come all the way up. You might do a little up and then down. Yeah? I want you to do what you can. Okay, guys, standing doing those squats, you should be up at 30 and I want you to have a little breather. Yeah? We're just going to do a few more, thinking about it or coming up. Okay? Always squeeze the bottom to reinforce the muscle contraction. Right, okay, so what we've got now is we've got 3 exercises there. So what I want you to do is we're going to put them together into just a little routine for you. Working these legs, okay? So, first one you're going to do is your hamstrings, yeah? That was where we decided we were going to do this. Sometimes it's called heel to bottom kicks. I don't like to call it bottom kicks because I then feel that everybody will try and kick the bottom. Be careful, if your quadriceps are tight, this is not going to work for you. You might just do a little movement, nothing wrong with that at all, yeah? Hands can be there, hands can be here, hands can be on your hips. It depends what you want to do and what you want to get out of your exercise. Okay, how are we doing? Okay? Good, good. Let's just do another few of these. Excellent. Remember to take the water, guys. I'm taking my water. I've got a bit of sore throat just now. But it's been lingering, as I'm sure everybody's sore throats have been lingering for weeks. You're going to go into your ski sit. Ski sit, guys, make sure your feet are at least 12 inches away from the wall. Bottom goes back. Make sure you have something to help you to get back up. You lower down. If your knees start to go over your ankles, you need to take your feet further away so that we do not have too much flexion in the knees, okay? This should be felt here. Whew, yeah? If that's too difficult, the other guys, you take it on here. If you're at the wall, keep breathing, keep smiling. Yeah, other guys, you're here and you're going to think about just coming up. It's straight up. Yeah, it's straight up. Yeah, these are the muscles. You're just taking some weight off your bottom and these muscles are going to contract. So you're just thinking about it, okay? Just think about bringing it up. Other guys at the wall, you're coming up for a minute. So you might want to have a little rest. You rest whenever. You don't wait for me to tell you to come down, okay? And that's exactly how we work in classes as well, okay? We don't all go in time with each other. You do what you can. Right, let's come up from there, okay? We're now going to go to squats. So, you can either do your squat here, yep, and up, or you can do it here, okay? So, we start from down to up, down to up, down to up. I want you to concentrate on the bottom, but I know for a lot of you, because there's a bit of imbalance here, that you are going to feel it primarily in your quads. I want you to think about your bottom bringing you up, okay? As you go down, your quadriceps are stretched. This is what shortens. Stretch, stretch, shorten, shorten, okay? Hamstrings shortened, okay? So opposing muscles generally obviously do the opposite, okay? Heels, the weight is through the heels. Fabulous. Okay, and again. Wonderful, okay? If you're getting tired, you rest, you go and get some water, you do whatever it needs to be done for you personally, not what I'm telling you to do, okay? Right, from there, you're going to take yourself down onto the mat, and we're going to do some shoulder bridge, okay? Now, shoulder bridge is another way of working your hamstrings, yeah? But it works them statically, yeah? So I'm going to run through the shoulder bridge for you, and I'll add in some different bits and obviously chat away as I'm telling you how to do it. Now, if somebody can't get onto the floor, there is a lot of ways you can do shoulder bridge in seated, yeah, we can still adapt, but I'm going to take it onto the floor. If somebody specifically in my group wants to know how to do it on a chair, it might be an idea to bring that one into the Wednesday class, okay? Or, indeed, why don't you message me and I'll put it into a separate session for next week, yeah? You could just do a separate session on that, okay? Right, down you come onto your mat, however you carefully get down. You're going to go onto your back. Right, okay. Shoulder bridge can be used for lots of different things. It's sometimes used to mobilise the spine. It doesn't always mobilise your spine. There are more efficient ways to mobilise your spine, guys. Yeah. When you come up on shoulder bridge, I'm going to take my hands here, yours will be down. Yeah. You are instructed generally to flatten the back. Now, if, and some of you are, stuck in a hyperextension, extended position here, this is actually quite uncomfortable. I don't want you to force it, yeah? We need to look at why is your back not moving rather than this exercise will make it move, which is not the case. If you're okay, you gently flatten the back or do it as much as you can to your ability, yeah? I'm going to start to curve my back up. So my spine is moving, my hips are moving, my knees are moving. I'm taking myself up, and at the top I'm going to take a breath in and you breathe out. So your breathing is always just kept going, okay? Then as you come down, you're thinking about peeling the spine. Now, the spine won't peel on everybody because you're all different. And you can see as I get here, there is no way on this planet that my lower back is going to curve down because this is in the way, okay? So there's nothing wrong with me, touch wood, mechanically. So as I curve down, you can see that there's no way. My bottom comes down first, so it's a mechanical issue, not a mobilisation issue as to why I can't do that. Your arms will be down, and we're just going to gently take ourselves up and down. So what you're actually getting here is you're getting a nice stretch through the lats. So the latissimus dorsi in your back is getting a stretch. And it will get more of a stretch if you take your arms up. And then from there, you might get a stretch just doing that. I'm actually getting a stretch just doing that, to be honest, guys. And then if I just come down a fraction, I increase the stretch. If I come down even further, I increase the stretch. Now for some of you, you might have a stretch further up here. And if you have enough of a stretch there, guys, I would like you to stay there. If you feel I'm not getting a stretch in my lats, which are running from here all the way down your back, okay, then you want to bring yourself down a little bit lower. And these are increments of levels, yeah? Now, when you get down to the bottom and your bottom touches, you now don't have as much of a stretch. You'll only feel the stretch in your arms, yeah? So it's important that you understand where to stop to get particular stretches, yeah? And then once you've held it for 20 to 30 seconds, please do just come down, bring your arms down. Never ever force your arms over, yeah? For some of you, you have restriction in your shoulder, and it may be a bit of frozen shoulder, or it may just be that you're tight in this area, yeah? Lots of reasons why you're tight in this area, yeah? And it's generally coming from repetitive movements around the shoulder. Yeah, so if you're feeling tight in that area, for those that know how to do it, you want to do your upper body release stretch in a line. If you're tight in this area, please don't force your arms over. This is when you can hurt yourself, yeah? If it's too tight for you, just keep your arms down. Perhaps just take them out there, and then you can come up and then you can come down. You will still get a stretch in the back, okay? Now, for the people who want to then work our hamstrings, back of the thighs, yeah? We take the arms out of the equation just now. We take ourselves up and we hold ourselves up. Now, the back of your thighs is contracting, it's shortening, so your hamstrings are working away in a lengthened position. Okay, so how long you hold it up increases the intensity of the exercise. What you take off the ground also increases the intensity. So if some of you are finding that that's far too easy, why don't you just try taking the arms just off the ground slightly? The position of the arms changes the level. Contrary to what people think, right, the challenge on the hamstrings becomes less as your arms go higher, and it's more if your arms are lower, okay? So from here, some of you are very strong in your hamstrings and you might well be able to take the other leg off the ground, yeah? If you take your leg up in the air, please be aware that that changes the exercise. And when I say it changes the exercise, what I mean is it's not as high in intensity from a strength point of view now in the hamstrings, yeah? It's less, yeah? What happens is I get more of a stretch in my quads over my knee, but it's now into a hamstring stretch here. A lot of us can't do that because our hamstrings are tight. So let's just have a quick look at the hamstrings, have a stretch through them, and then we'll go back and do that exercise, okay? So just gently come up, hamstring stretch, okay? My favourite hamstring stretch, guys, as you know, is not to do it on the floor because it tends to go horribly wrong, yeah? I would do a lot of my hamstring stretches where I do seated, yeah? So I want you to grab onto something, yeah? The chair is better. Pull up on the chair like that and then hinge forward. Now some of you will stop here and get a stretch. Gently push the left buttock back if your left leg is out and you're leading with the chest. If you're finding on that one that you're way down here and you're not really getting a hamstring stretch, you need to take the level up. The level I would ask you to do would be to place your foot onto something. Possibly this height might be safer for some of you, and always hold on. I'm pushing my bottom back the way before I even go into the stretch. I'm also going to put my hands behind me and I've got my elbow on the wall to stabilise. I'm going to go forward. Yep, I've got a stretch there. I'm pushing my bottom back gently and that's where I'm going to stay. Yeah, if you're way down here, guys, your hamstrings are not tight, okay? But that's a whole other subject, okay? So push the bottom back and I can feel the stretch there. Choose which one suits you. So swap onto the other leg, guys. If your hamstrings are capable of it, feel free to do this one. Most people's hamstrings are not, yeah? What happens is we tend to get this and then you're not stretching your hamstrings. You're only going to stretch your bottom. I don't want to stretch my bottom, but I don't know about you, yeah? If you have quite flexible hamstrings, by all means do that. But most people can't do that. One, because their arms are not long enough, so they can't grab there. They tend to grab here and then they bend their knee. Their hamstrings are tight, so they can't do it anyway, and they do this, and we don't get stretch. Yeah? Okay, so it's very specific about which stretch is for you guys, okay? Once you've done your stretch, pop yourself back on the floor. And what we're going to do is go back up and do that. So we're going to take ourselves up. Yep. If you're capable, strength-wise, in the supporting leg, you can try and add that in. That is a Pilates yoga move, yeah? It changes the exercise. It doesn't particularly make it harder, particularly on the core or particularly on the leg, yeah? You want to work that other leg more, keep your leg there. It'll also work the core, which is the whole of the axial skeleton, more. Come down when you feel you're ready. Breathe, relax, bring the knees into the chest if you need to rest. If you want to rest, just rest like this. Then you can take yourself back up. You don't need to take a leg off the ground. Just holding that up there will work both of these hamstrings, the back of the thigh. Yeah, if you want to make it slightly harder, you can take the arms off. So, for those guys who want to do this as a routine, I'm going to go through that with you, and you could do it as many times as you like, okay? So, start here, breath in, breathe out, peel your spine up off the ground. Once you get to the top, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, start to peel it back down. Okay? And we're going to repeat that a couple more times. So, don't ever force your back, please, guys. Think about, why is my back tight? Why is it not curving? Is it because you have a round bottom like me? Is it because your back is tight? Then we need to start thinking about, why is it tight? Yeah? So if that's the case, please ask me about it. Message me on the Facebook and put it up on one of the sites and we'll address it. Next time we go up, let's have a nice stretch down those lat muscles in the back. Take the arms up to wherever you're comfortable, yeah? Doesn't have to be a way up here, it could be here. Then from there, just gently start to curve down. When you feel a stretch, hold it. If you just curve down, yeah, bring the arms down and then keep going up and down and repeating, you're still getting a stretch, but what that is that's called an active stretch. Now there's absolutely nothing wrong with an active stretch, but if I've got somebody who's particularly tight in the lats, I prefer to do a static stretch. Arms are up or over and you would peel down and I would hold it at where I feel it. For me, I'm having to take my arms over slightly more to feel a stretch. I can feel a stretch there. I don't normally feel a stretch there. So that tells me that I am quite tight in that area. So I need to do some more stretching, yeah? Hold it for 20 to 30 seconds. Bring your arms down and then come down, okay? What we can also do is then add in just pure strength. We're not going up and down. We're challenging the back of the hamstrings. Hold it up there for your required amount of time. Add in the intensity levels either through the arms coming off or through a leg coming off, yeah? You hold it up, could be 1 or 2 breaths in and out, it doesn't matter. You can hold it up at each stage for as long as you want, yeah? It does change the intensity of the exercise. So just to reiterate, we have breathing it out, curving the spine, lifting it up. Breath in at the top, breathe it out, curve it down. Then we can go up. We can take the arms over as far as they will go without force and we curve the spine down. Then we bring the arms down. You can repeat if you wish. I'm going to take it up. I'm going to add in a strength move. Arms off. You can take your leg off if you wish. Yeah, if you're tiring, you bring it down, you take it back down again, you have a rest, you bring it in. If you're not tiring, you stay up there. Yeah, either arms or leg. If you want to take it lower strength-wise and you want an active, static hamstring stretch, you take the leg up higher, yeah? Harder strength-wise on this leg, the leg is in alignment. Pop it down, bring yourself down and just bring your knees to your chest, okay? Also when you bring your knees to your chest, guys, you do get a little release through your lower back, but there is other ways that you can get a better curve in your lumbar spine. If you want to curve the whole of the spine and the lumbar spine, it does work better if you bring your head up. However, I think we should be holding the head up because some of your necks are not strong enough, okay? Yeah, and just relax there, okay. Lovely, right, we're going to bring ourselves up nice and steady. from there, however is comfortable for you. Okay, great. Right, I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to do another little session for you. And we're going to touch on some more exercises later. But I'm going to leave you with that session. You can have a look at it. Anything you want to ask me on Wednesday night, and also on the session yesterday, okay? So I'll leave you to it and have a great day, okay? And speak soon, okay? Bye for now.